Hi, welcome back to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman Roulette, and this time it's Hokkaido. We're infiltrating along the mountain path from the beginning. We're going to kill Yuki Yamazaki with a firearm as the hospital director, and we're going to kill Erich Soders via electrocution as the baseball player. I've brought along the Krugermeyer, disposable scramblers, remote breach charges, and coins. So we're going to make our way down the mountain path, and we're going to make our way to the hospital director first of all. We're going to take a right here towards the alley-pad stairs, but first of all shoot just above the gardener so he doesn't turn around and see you. After that, drop down here and we're going to make our way to the security guard who's just below the helipad. You can either use a crowbar or a leg shot to take him out, whichever you find easier, but make sure that he's hidden away for the next part of the level. Once he's hidden, take his disguise and we're going to make our way to the bathroom near the hospital director. I've found that this is the most convenient way to get there because the alternative is to go through the morgue and you can then get a disguise on the way to the hospital director, but to be honest that is a longer route. So I found that took me about 1:20 to get to the bathroom, whereas this took me just over a minute. So you're shaving off 10 seconds, which does help with speed in terms of doing the 2 knockouts required. So shut the door behind you, get a crowbar out or do a straight out melee, and we're going to take this guy out. If you've done this part before, he's probably been knocked out 1,000,000 times across all the players in the Hitman community, so yeah, poor NPC. After that, what we're going to do is lure the director in here, so I brought coins with me. We're going to throw the coins down here, and it's just wait until he walks in. Do be careful because he is an enforcer, the director, and he can be a little bit of a troll. I did this same thing in a previous recording, and he happened to just look straight at me first things first. Also, I had a bit of bad luck there throwing the crowbar, so again, just do be careful with him, he's a bit of a pain. I decided to leg shot him because it was the only way I could guarantee a knockout. So just do whatever you need to do, but make sure you get him, because, well, you need him for the kill conditions. Once you've got him knocked out, hide him away, take his disguise. The first thing we're going to do is kill Yuki. I did toy with the idea of killing Soders first and coming back for Yuki, but I found that getting the director's disguise back was trickier than just doing the kill and then exiting. So that's a personal preference, but if you think you can do this the other way round, by all means try it. If you're following this route though, the helicopter pilot will just be going down to check on his stash, so it's perfect timing for a quick knockout for what we're going to need later on. So just subdue him. I'd forgotten the crowbar, but if you've got it you can use that. Hide his body, and then we're going to go for Yuki. We've got to be in 2 places at once in this map. It's fun in some ways because you've got to make sure that you're covering both assassinations at the same time pretty much, but that is probably the biggest part of it, making sure the helicopter pilot is dealt with early enough. If you wait, it isn't the biggest problem, but it means you can miss your window of opportunity for the chief surgeon who we're going to need later on. So take your time, but equally choose your moment regarding the helicopter pilot. That is the best one I've found. So we're going to approach Yuki and we're going to get her to go towards the gondola, or the cable car should I say. And before we go there we're going to do a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to shoot out the surveillance. The room's quite empty, so just take a pot shot at the surveillance tapes. That means we don't have to worry about that because we're not going near the morgue, so this is the most convenient one to shoot out. After that, what we're going to do is run ahead of it and we're going to make sure that we get rid of the 2 guards already on the platform where the cable car is. I'm not 100% convinced that they would spot us if we committed the kill while they're there. It was just personal preference. I thought to myself, I've got 2 remote breach charges that I can throw over here. It'll take both of them away, and it means there's only 1 bodyguard, the one that comes with Yuki, who will be there for the kill, and I'm pretty sure he turns away deliberately. So it just gives a bit of extra security just while we're doing this. If you're playing the challenges in the game, the actual opportunity we're going to take advantage of is the pushing her over the cable car platform as the hospital director. The only difference being instead of pushing her, we're going to shoot her and then push her over to hide the body. So it's not the most complicated. Now that guard actually was being a bit of a troll there. He meant that I couldn't get to her that fast. I was very lucky I caught her just before she turned around, otherwise she'd seen me with the gun and it would have been game over. So just keep an eye out for her, but also keep an eye out for the guard, because like I say, he's the troll in this situation. So she's down, and all we gotta do now is focus on Soders, and he is a bit of a problem. Not necessarily because the kill is complicated to complete, but that to be able to access the rooms that you need to complete the kill, you do need the Chief Surgeon disguise, really. And I'm wary about using that for the entire run. This entire roulette actually created a predicament for myself where I had to draw the hospital layout on my whiteboard, as it were, and just try and map out where certain NPCs were, or enforcers, just to try and plot my way around this route, because it's not the most difficult, yet like a lot of the roulettes I've done, you need to get a certain disguise in a certain position so that you can complete a kill. And in this instance, he's been able to use the baseball player disguise whilst not being miles away from the actual room I need to be in. I'd like to think I came up with a good solution to this, so we'll soon see if you agree. But I enjoyed the challenge of trying to solve this solution anyway. Solve this problem and find a solution, should I say. So use a disposable scrambler on this door. We've got the screwdriver and we're going to use the prompt. I can't even remember what it says, but we're going to do the first step of the kill. After that, what we've got to do is we've got an enforcer in this room. We're going to take him out. Got a coin, we're going to just throw the coin down here and we're going to circle around this set of chairs or seats and knock him out. There's 2 enforcers in this area, he's one of them. The other one's in the parallel room, shall I call it, on the opposite side. We've got to knock out both of them and we're going to hide both of them in the Kai room. The reason being, both of them are in the way when we're using the baseball player disguise, but besides that, they're also enforcers to this disguise, so we need to just get them out of the way as fast as possible. So we drag this body in here, and that's the first one done. For the second one, what we're going to do is open the door, and we're going to throw a remote breach charge. The reason being, because it's an illegal item, the guard will go and pick it up. It's not like, say, throwing a screwdriver. The guard will just stand there, look at it and go, He'll actually go and pick it up. So that means he's more primed for a knockout. It's a small difference, but it just gives you that extra bit of confidence. At this point, change into his disguise, and then change back into the hospital director disguise. We need the disguise available outside of the Kai room. It's very important you do that. After that, just drag him into the Kai room, and then that room is dealt with. We don't need to go back in there. What we're going to do now is get the baseball player disguise. There's another enforcer just beyond this room, and he just waits out there. He will move in about 20 seconds, but he can be a little annoying while you're just waiting. The best thing to do at this point is just double check where the chief surgeon is. He is quite hard to find, but if he is where he should be, he'll be in the surgery rooms just south east of where I'm looking now. So there we go, I'm turning the camera, and he should be somewhere down there. So just keep a lookout for him, just to make sure you know where he is as much as anything. So we're going to change disguises. If any of you are going for the chameleon challenge, that might help you on the way. It certainly did with me. And from there, you need to hack this door again. It's not a waste of a scrambler because you don't really need that many now. And from there, we're just going to change back into the security disguise, the bodyguard disguise, sorry. And we're going to make our way to the helipad. So from here, it's actually just a case of swapping disguises. It's the fun bit of this because all the setup is now paying off. We're going to go get the helicopter pilot disguise from earlier on. And really, after that, the only thing we've got to do is wait for the chief surgeon to turn up. It doesn't take that long because I'm actually in good time, but what you do need to be aware of is that if you have maybe had a delay, which has happened to me when I was doing practice runs, if you have had a delay that maybe the chief surgeon's already been and gone, you will have to wait another couple of minutes, so just keep that in mind. At this point, I'd just like to say, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please leave it a like and consider subscribing to my channel as well. I am trying to put these prompts in my roulette videos just because I believe they are the most interesting, as far as, whilst the featured contracts do have unique challenges, I believe the roulettes are unique takes on how to do the main missions. So if you're watching this, I hope you agree, I hope you're enjoying the video as well, and I hope it's a good reason to subscribe to my channel. So as I said, the chief surgeon can take his time coming out, and I didn't want fast forward through this just because it does demonstrate quite clearly how long it can take. And there isn't much you can do because even though the helicopter pilot is allowed to go inside, there isn't much point because first of all you'd have to be frisked, and that would mean having to drop all your weapons. But also he comes out to you, so it's just worth waiting, to be honest. And as you can see, I was only here about 30 seconds, maybe 40, so it's not that long a wait in the end. Once he's close enough, he asks you for some pills for his addiction, so what you do is you take him downstairs. It's the same opportunity from the main mission, obviously, and you just knock him out in the room where the helicopter pilot and security guard are hidden away. So he's actually one of the faster follow NPCs, I'll admit. He's not like Ken Morgan, who as soon as you go a couple inches too far away from him, he'll stop. This guy actually does do well to keep up, so you can afford to give him a longer leash, but I wouldn't risk going too far away from him either. So once you're down here, just wait for him to walk past you, and then you could subdue him. I actually could have done it there, but I didn't fancy just having to drag him towards the desk. So best thing to do is just wait for him to move there and then knock him out. Once you've changed disguises, you're free to complete the kill. So what we do is we go back upstairs. We can't go through the entrance because there's an enforcer there, so we have to go a slightly different route. You can climb up here, the gardener will see it, but he just thinks you're weird for doing it. And we're going to go through this door here. We do have to go down a floor after this, and I will advise you to be aware of an enforcer on the floor below. I got caught at this point by said enforcer, and he's one of the bodyguards who patrols this area, so just keep an eye out for him. When I actually finished this part of it, he was just coming back as I made my way out, so that will demonstrate to you how close it can be. So as you can see, he's just walking this way. I managed to avoid him, but if you're not careful, you can get caught. Once you've turned that second machine off, the race is on because you've got to get the baseball player disguise fast. Once you're in it, you go back to the first room we went in with the screwdriver, and you've got to hit the resuscitate button, I think it is. This one here, the overcharge button. As soon as you press that, cut the cutscene as fast as possible because you can get spotted if you leave it on. From that point, we're going to hack this door again because we haven't got the correct disguise, and the kill's completed. So now we can change back to the chief surgeon disguise and make our way to the exit. The only problem at this point is actually getting to the cable car because it is the furthest exit away, and we have got quite a few enforcers between us, partly because of a kill just occurred. The enforcers, or the bodyguards should I call them, are all on high alert. So what I did, I was going to go this way, but I realised I had a bit of traffic, so I thought I'll try and go a longer way around just for get through a little bit quicker. So I went up a floor and then round that floor and down a floor. So you might find a quicker way. For example, you might want to go via the helipad, or you might want to go from the outside towards the garage area, but whichever way you find the most comfortable, take that route. As I say though, I'm going down a floor, and once I'm through these doors, I'm pretty much home clear. So as I've said, find your own route which you're most comfortable with and just head towards the exit that way. So all I've got left to say from here is thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, give this video a like and please consider subscribing. The more viewers and subscribers that I get, the more I feel my channel is improving, and it just gives me that little bit of an extra boost when I'm doing these missions, because I think that there are people interested who want to watch them. So after that, all I can say is I'm going to work on Colorado Pro this week, and hopefully that will be coming before the next roulette video. Hopefully, we'll soon see. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.